Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I am Khadija Denise, and this is the Awkwardly Funny podcast. Woo! So I'm not gonna say what episode number this is because I'm not sure if I want to do one more before the new year's out, two more, or maybe this one is the last one for the year, because I have some other things that I really want to focus on, and I need to focus on one thing at a time. So I'm working on some stuff for Amazon so that I can publish, so that kind of has my priority at the moment. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode. I really don't have a topic, so I'm just going to talk about some things that, as always, that comes to mind. I'm really kind of like a little bit frustrated because my camera's giving me issues. It's just been a long morning, and I expected to have so much more done than I did already. It's like 1 o'clock. I haven't even reported my podcast episode. I took forever to do my workout, but I had fun, so yeah. And I already have too much protein and too many calories for the day, and I'm hungry still, so it's just a long day. I'm just ready for dinner so I can eat as much as I want, and I might have to work out again because I may have to overeat today. Like, I'm starving. But anywho, so I guess that will be my topic, or something that I will talk about. I'm just learning how to be kind and patient with yourself. I know it's so easy to get frustrated, especially when we have all these outside influences where we see everyone else is, they appear to be doing better than we are, appears to be further along than we are, and we kind of, are really hard on ourselves. The saying is, we are our own, worst critic, our biggest critic, our own worst enemy, whatever you want to choose, tomato, tomato. And this week for sure, I have found that to be true. I have started venturing out and trying to learn some new things and accomplish some new things, as well as continue to grow in doing my podcast, YouTube, things of that nature. And I did become overwhelmed. Like, y'all, was ugly crying. Like, good thing I was at home by myself, because how I'm gonna explain to somebody what was wrong with me, right? But we just have to learn to be patient and trust the process, because when you think about it, you're doing better than most. You may be, I don't know, is that wrong to say? But you're doing better than most. Even though you may have not lost all of the weight that you wanted to, it's people out there who still are binge eating and still are eating out for lunch, dinner, snacks, breakfast, brunch, all of those things. And you're meal prepping, right? You're doing the research, you're watching the videos, you're trying to figure out how to make it work, what works for your body. And even with me and my own fitness journey, I did become overwhelmed. Like, all these videos, I'm like, okay, am I supposed to be doing like this? How many grams of protein am I supposed to be eating? Am I supposed to be doing cardio before my workout, after my workout? Whew, child. It's to the point where, like, you just want to not do it at all, especially when you're trying to be consistent and put in the work and you're not seeing the results that you think you should be seeing or want to see. And I'm speaking, of course, like I always do, from my own experiences, because it's like, damn, like, I feel like I'm the same person that I was a month ago, but I know that's not true, because I feel my body changing. But it may not, I mean, honestly, it may not even be visible to me, because I look at myself every day, and I do have to get better with, taking photos. And I do have fun with I have so much fun with my workouts, y'all. Like, that's one thing I get excited about working out. I'm like, okay, it's leg day, it's glute day, upper body. I've started working my upper body. Us women, we always want to do lower body for the gains, for the glutes, for the hammies, all of that good stuff. But I get excited because I get to work out. I get to get up in the morning and put on cute little leggings or shorts and workout pants and work out and feel good about myself and sweat. I feel so good when I'm stinky. Like, I feel like I did something, y'all. because there are a lot of people who are sick. They're in a hospital bed and they wish their body was able to do the things that we're able to, and we're just not doing it. We're just not doing it. You have no excuse. If you feel uncomfortable going to the gym, baby, I'm pretty sure you're doing some things that you look crazy in the bed with that nigga. You ain't ashamed to do that, are you? In positions that probably, if you saw yourself on camera, you would not like it. But meanwhile, you're making excuses about doing workouts because you don't know how to do it. Okay, just be safe. Don't lift too much. If you plan on lifting, you will figure it out. You will figure out what works for you. Stop making excuses. There are people who are on their hospital bed, who are in wheelchairs. Listen, it's people out here with no legs who working out, with no arms working out, no feet, toes, fingers, and here we are making excuses. It's a privilege to be able to get up and work out in the morning. So, or whenever you know, when you work out. So just find what works for you and be patient with yourself. As I'm learning to be patient with myself and be kind with myself, because it is a little, it's a lot easy. I don't even know if that makes sense. It's easy to get intimidated by the TikTok girlies, because I'm just like, damn, so ain't none of y'all just like out of shape? I see the before and after pictures, but what about the in between? Like, what about the in between? What about the people who still have a little bit of tummy, or their fupa is still there and they're trying to figure out, like, I want to see people that look like me, who going through the journey and things of that nature. But that's why it's so important as well to build your own community. It's one thing that I am working on, that I want to start in the new year, building like a workout community for people, you know, who are still figuring out the lunch prep. I hate lunch prepping because me and food, we have a bad relationship, but kind of like in a good way, because I don't eat junk food. I don't binge eat. I kind of hate eating, y'all. Like, I get tired of figuring out what I'm gonna eat every day. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna eat when I'm in a deficit, when I'm in a surplus, how to get my proteins. I be going protein crazy. My body's like, hey, bitch, be proteined out. But anywho, I digress. Just learning what works for your body, what does not work, and being patient, being kind, as well as try new projects. Things are going to make you uncomfortable, and it's okay if you don't know what you're doing. You didn't know how to drive before you started driving every day, and now you can drive, and you get home, you're like, damn, how did I even get home? Muscle memory. Like, you didn't know how to walk when you were a kid. Now you know how to walk and you don't have to think about it. Some people can't walk a true bubblegum, but that's another story. Everything that you know how to do now, you had to learn how to do it. And the beauty of it is, it's part of your testimony, it's part of your story. So when you're talking to someone and you speak, that's why I'm a firm believer in, we go through things so we go through it so we can speak to it. And so what it means is simply that we are put in certain circumstances in life, and it makes us grow if we are open and willing to learn from that situation. And it may not feel good in the moment, because when we're going through something, it's like, damn, like, why me? Why I don't have time for this shit, bro? Like, why I gotta deal with this now? But oftentimes than not, I find myself asking, okay, this is uncomfortable. If I can't do something about it, what can I do about it to figure out how to fix it? But what am I also supposed to be learning in this, right? And so, like, for me, coming from St. Louis, going to Houston to get away from a domestic situation, depression, all of that good stuff, being on medication, like, I went through it, and I will talk to anybody who is going through the same thing, and I will share my story. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. Why? I went through it. I learned from it, and now I can speak to other women and other people and make them feel good and make them feel comfortable about when they need someone to talk to. And I definitely take pride in the fact that people feel like they can open up to me. I meet people, random people, and they would tell me all of their business. And even like my close friends and family, they know they can tell me anything, because I'm not going to judge. Who am I to judge, first of all? But I mean, I may give you a little tough love, but it's coming from a loving place. But if we don't go through anything, what do we learn? People can tell you something all day, but until you go through it yourself, you can't really, you know, speak on it, right? So I said all that to say, life experience, whatever doesn't kill you, it literally makes you stronger if you are smart enough to take on a lesson and learn from it. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep going through the same thing. I mean, that just is what it is. And so just learn to appreciate, and I know like it's easier said than done, appreciate the bad times. Because just like now, I was freaking out because my camera didn't want to act right, and I still like didn't get it all the way together. But I just changed the settings. It may be different than what I normally do. The video may come out a little weird, but I started to get frustrated. I'm like, I don't even want to do an episode. But then I'm just like, I've been taking my camera for granted, not recording content, and now I'm freaking out because I can't. We don't know what we have in just the simplest things. You complain about that car, but as soon as you start having car issues, you praying to God to get that money so you can get your baby fixed, right? But you see everyone else with their new cars and their shiny new car notes as well, and you feel down because you gotta pull up to the spot with your 20-year-old car, or whatever the case may be. You may risk missing some hubcaps and maybe on a donut, but it's yours. It's paid for. Shit, even if you almost done paid for it, it's still yours. And even like my car, my battery went out, and I didn't even like, y'all, I don't like it here. I'm becoming too much of an adult, because I wasn't even upset, because I was like, I'm grateful that, one, I had the money to buy the battery. Two, I knew exactly what it was, and that was the only thing that was wrong. And three, my dad put it in, and I had to pay for him to put it in, y'all. He picked it up for me. I still have to pay for it, but I didn't have nobody trying to get over on me. I was thinking about, like, I didn't stop on the side of a highway or somewhere, or I got stuck somewhere and I didn't feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to spend $300 on a battery, but I was happy and grateful that that was the only thing that was wrong with my car. Because at the end of the day, I know Allah always provides. Always. Always. And that I know to be true. So, anywho, look, I will start getting emotional. But, again, to my point, just learn to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride. Be patient, be kind to yourself, as I keep reiterating, because if you aren't going to be kind to yourself, and you aren't going to be loving to yourself and appreciate you, who else is going to do it? How do you show people how to be kind to you and how to love you? Oh my gosh, why am I getting so emotional? Woosah. How do you show people how to treat you if you don't know how to treat yourself? Like, and I think I'm getting emotional because I have been really hard on myself this week. Like, just trying to learn something new and getting really frustrated. Like, who am I to think that I can do this? Who am I to think that I can break out of what I've always been doing for most of my life and break generational curses? Who am I to do that? Who makes me qualified to do that? Oh wow. Oh no. Wow, I didn't see that coming. All right, let me finish up, because I'm apparently super emotional right now, and I apologize if you listen to the pod for the cry breaks or whatever it sounds like on the audio. I apologize about that, but this is definitely getting cut off for the video, because I probably was ugly for a little second. But that was just on my heart to say, and just saying it out loud to myself as well. And one thing I am working on is doing my affirmations. So I do want to do a tutorial on YouTube. So if you guys listen to the podcast but you don't follow me on YouTube, I do audio, not audio, of course I do audio, duh, but I do video with the pod as well. But I do other videos, and I'm trying to focus more on doing content that's gonna impact people and impact their lives, and just even if it's just one person, right? I'm getting away from the trial hauls and stuff like that, but I'm still gonna be doing the traveling, yada yada yada, because at the end of the day we still gotta live our best life, y'all. But I do want to do a tutorial on how to voice record yourself doing affirmations, ones that you resonate with, maybe like 5 to 7, maybe 10. You can start out with 5, you can start out with 3, and you can do like a voice memo, record yourself. Y'all, I know everybody don't sound comfortable talking on camera, talking on the video, whatever, but if you hear yourself out of your mouth, right? Unless you work like maybe in a call center where you listen to your calls, and when you getting yelled at like me because I ain't do something right in my many former past lives, but most haven't, and you don't know what you really sound like to other people or to yourself. So it's very important to get those thoughts out of your head, those affirmations, and hear yourself say that to yourself. If you can record yourself and you can get cute little background, no one is going to hear it but you. If you don't feel comfortable with yourself, how do you intend to progress and break out of the things that you don't feel comfortable with? I would rather feel uncomfortable and cry and look ugly and figure it out and still be at peace, have my spiritual and my mental well-being in place. I really look stupid falling over on my face, sliding across the floor, doing yoga and meditating than not. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can hear yourself say, I am enough, you can hear your voice telling you that. Because if you keep listening to something over and over and over, you're going to start to believe it, right? The same way you listen to music, you start to resonate more and more. The more you listen to that song, you have your favorite song. Every time you hear something new, especially when you're on your headphones, you working out, you on the plane, whatever the case may be. When you can hear yourself say, I am enough, I am worthy of love, I will be kind to myself, I am breaking generational curses, I am going to be successful, I have everything that I need to be successful, I am worthy, I am loved, whatever. I know I may have repeated something like, not something like, but maybe I repeated more than once, but y'all get my gist. So I definitely want to do a tutorial on that before the new year, if not definitely in the beginning of the new year. And it's pretty simple. You can do it on voice recording, not voice recording, but voice memo. You can do it on your computer. You can do it in iMovie. So the easiest way, if you have an iPhone, I'll probably just show you how to do that. Throw it in iMovie, add a little music to it, and listen to yourself. Listen to yourself tell those daily affirmations and repeat after yourself. It's gonna be great, y'all. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year. So I know this is longer than I normally do my videos, and my camera is probably about to die because it's been a long day already. It's only 1 o'clock. But I'm sorry for boo-hooing on y'all. I don't know where that came from, but please be kind for me, be kind with me, and thank you all for joining me again. Y'all be safe, protect your energy, like I say at the end of every episode. The world is getting worse and worse, so maybe it's always been this way, but we just didn't have it in our face, and it gives us anxiety, and we don't want to go anywhere because we don't know if we're gonna make it home, or we don't want to be at home because shit, we might not make it out of the house because niggas is running in your crib nowadays. But just be patient with me. I'm working this out. I definitely enjoyed doing this episode. I feel like this is the most vulnerable episode that I've done, and I hope you all appreciate it. And just rock with me, y'all. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, I promise you. I love y'all. Take care, please. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Take care, be safe, protect your energy, love on the people that you have, and love on yourself. Love on yourself. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Peace.